All right, this day is crazy. Bill Belichick now reportedly agreeing to become the UNC head coach. But hold on, pump the brakes. Right afterwards, other sources coming out saying, no, that is not the case. All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We've obviously heard for like the last, couple days, week or so, some rumors and whatnot about Bill Belichick potentially becoming the UNC head coach. And then all of a sudden it was like, why on earth would he become the UNC head coach when he could probably go to a premier program or everything like that? Then it comes out later on that, well, one stipulation is that Bill Belichick would take a job coach for, 2 years, did it say? And then his son, Steve Belichick, who's the current defensive coordinator of the Huskies, the Washington Huskies, he would then take over. So that's kind of like the reason as to why Bill Belichick would take a job that maybe seems like it's below his legacy and his greatness and whatnot. But today, this morning, we now see a report come out from Ollie Connolly. Do we know anything about him? I might be I might be in the dark here, but I don't really know much about him. Seems like he's fairly credible and whatnot, but he says, per source, Bill Belichick negotiations with North Carolina include a guarantee. He was the one that broke that, or at least said that, right? And now this update this morning, he has agreed to become the next UNC head coach. Let's fast forward. He's gone and handed the school a 400-page organizational Bible, which does just totally sound like Bill Belichick, right? Like that doesn't shock me whatsoever. Structure, payment plans, staff choices, etc. Now, what happens thereafter, right? Like obviously Bill Belichick gives them that if this is true. What happens thereafter in the social media world is we see a couple other tweets coming out. Jordan Schultz, right? NFL Insider. As of right now, there's no agreement to Belichick and the University of North Carolina. Both sides have remained in contact and will continue to talk. But it's very, very fluid, right? We see very fluid. Now, another source down here, right? Benjamin Albright, we know him, nutshelling here after a few phone calls this AM. From my understanding, Belichick has told UNC, here are my conditions, and UNC is yet to say yes or no. So, at least from what we have here, right? That's kind of the latest. It doesn't seem like it's official, but honestly, if Bill Belichick gives conditions to UNC or anybody, wouldn't like Bill Belichick have the leverage there? Like, here are my conditions. Most football organizations are going to bow down and say, whatever you want, you're the greatest coach of all time, So I do kind of trust the Ollie Connolly spot in tweet because it just makes sense to me. If this was like University of Alabama or something, and in the conditions it was, hey, in a couple years, 2-3 years, whatever it is, Steve has to take over, I could see Alabama saying, hey, we have enough history here, we have enough success here, keep walking, we don't like that condition. But UNC is obviously a premier school, they have premier sports, but they're not at that level, you know what I mean? Like, Bill Belichick is bigger than UNC football, in my opinion. And they might agree to getting Steve Belichick there just in the sense that, okay, well, we now get a couple years of Bill Belichick to turn this program into whatever he could turn it into. And then we get someone that's literally from his coaching sack, father sack. Yes, a guy that has the blood, has the mind, has the Bill Belichick ability, or, I guess grit and whatnot, that type of ability, not necessarily the mind, but has the correlation to Bill. I could see UNC being all over that. So, yeah, I think that's probably one of the big conditions. 400 pages is absolutely crazy, but to me, I don't know. I know Benjamin Albright and then Schultz say, hey, I don't think this is done deal yet, but Ollie hasn't really, unless I'm missing something, right? He hasn't been wrong about some of this stuff so far, right? With the agreement to have Steve take over for him and that type of thing. So, yeah, to me, this could definitely be real, and there could be actually some where there's smoke, there's fire type of fuel behind this, because, again, it's UNC. We're not talking about Alabama. We're not talking about Clemson. We're not talking about Georgia. We're talking about UNC, a team that probably needs Bill Belichick more than Bill Belichick needs this team. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's what I have so far. I kind of believe it. It's crazy to think that he's going to go and coach at UNC after being the historic coach that he was and I guess still is. But you know what? Where there's smoke, there might be fire. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.